Hello and welcome to AOH Digital Literacy for All, brought to you by MonTogo.net YouTube channel. My name is Dominique Adabi and I'm your host. The topic of our video today is how to create an enrollment form using Google Forms. But before we start, I would like to remind you, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. How to create an enrollment form using Google Forms. A couple weeks ago, I made a similar video here, but that time I used a Microsoft form, but this time using Google Form. So Google Forms is a platform online that allows us to create quizzes, surveys, or registration forms. So if you have a school or you're organizing an event and you would like to invite people and you need to find a way to collect information about them before they come, this is an ideal solution for you. So in this video, I'm going to use the example of a primary school and I'll show you step by step how you can create an enrollment form. Without further ado, I'm going to turn to my computer and start the presentation. Now that I'm in front of my computer, I'm going to open a web browser so that I can access Google Form online. So I can use any web browser. I can use Microsoft Edge, Brave, Opera, or Google Chrome. For the purpose of our video today, I will use Google Chrome web browser, this one. So now that I have my web browser open, there are several ways I can access Google Forms platform online. So if you're already in your account, your Google account within your browser, then you can just go to the app launcher here and browse through all the available apps till you find Google Forms, this one. And in case you didn't find it here, you can also open Google Drive and then access it from there. But for this video, I'll just type the address inside our web browser here and go. So I'll just go to google.com/forms and enter. Alright, so we are now on Google Form platform. So as you see, there are several templates we can use. You can also start a form from scratch. So allow me to just open the list of templates here so that you can see what is available. Alright, you can create a job application, contact information, RSVP, party invite, personal contact info, find a time, okay, and feedback, order form. So basically any form you want to do, you can pretty much create it here. And if you don't see a template here that suits your need, you can always create one from scratch. Alright, so let me just open one form at least so that you have an idea of what it looks like. So I'm going to just open the personal contact information one here. Okay, so basically this is a form, and then this section you see here is for design. So this is where you can modify your test, your questions, the options. This is where you can do that, and then your answers will be collected and they'll be posted here under responses. Okay, and then the setting tabs, you can choose how you want your answers to be collected, and you can also turn your form into a quiz, in which case you add a point of value so that each question the answer will be given a certain grade. Okay, so I'm not going to do that today because we are only creating an enrollment form for our school, but in the future I will make another video about Google Forms, and then in that video I will create a quiz and you can see that well. Okay, so if you do everything and as well, then you can go to preview here and then you can see all your work. Alright, I'm going to close this and we're going to go back to the main page here. And then for this video today, we're not going to work with a template, but rather we'll start a form from blank. So I'll just go to blank here. Okay, before we go on and start filling out our question, I'm gonna first go to customize theme so that I can add a banner or a header for my form. So that's simple. To do that, I just go to customize themes here, and then I choose a header. So the header will be on top of my registration form. So there are several pictures here that I can use. Okay, so, and if I have already uploaded some of my own photos, they'll be here, but these are what are provided with Google Form, or I can just upload my own. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload my own. I'm just going to upload, then browse my computer quickly, and then I go to the folder in which it is. Yeah, this one, St. Mary. Okay, so I'm just going to hit done so that this picture will be associated with my registration form. I can close this. Okay, as you see, so that is a St. Mary private school, a brighter future ahead. So now I'm just going to go here and name my document. Okay, so here I can just call it enrollment form. Okay, I can also add a small description here. Okay, so now if I go to preview, so as you see here, St. Mary Private School enrollment form. So I can just go ahead and start filling in with my questions. Okay, now I'm going to close this for now. Okay, but in this video I have divided the form into 3 sessions. So the first session will be about student information, and the second session will be parent information, and then the third session will be contact person information. Okay, so again, this form will serve as a registration form or an enrollment form for a private primary school. Okay, so I can just go here and start my questions, but because of my session, I'm going to allow me to first delete this, and then go to add a section. Okay, so I'm going to add a section, and this section I'm going to call it student information. So it will be student information, and this time I can add a description for this session. So please provide the following information about your child. Perfect. So now I have my banner, I have my form title, and now I have my session title here. So next thing, I'm going to start with my question. So to do that, I just go to this plus button here, then go to add question. So the first question I'm going to ask on my form here will be first name, like the student first name, and then I can go back again to add a question, and then I can do last name, and then so as you see here, first name, so it's going to be a test question, so I kept it on the short answer. And the next one also is going to be a test question, so I kept it again on short answer. However, the question I'm going to put now will be sex. Okay, and this one is going to be multiple choices. So this is the list of the type of questions I can use. I can either use a short answer, a paragraph, multiple choices, checkbox, drop down menu, file upload, linear scale, multiple choices with grade, a checkboxes with grade, date, time. Okay, so this one I'm going to pick multiple choices. Now I put my question here, so I can just go ahead and put my option. The first option will be male, and then the next option will be female. Okay, perfect. All right, so if I go to preview, you will have an idea of what my form is looking like so far. So this is the first page, and now if I go next, you'll see this is my form taking shape. So student information, first name, last name, sex. Okay, all right, now I can close this menu and then continue here. Okay, all right, so what's the next question I will ask? I'm going to ask the date of birth. So in that case, I go to again add the question, and this time I will choose the question type. I will choose a date, in which case there will be a table, a calendar for me. So the question is date of birth. Okay. All right, and then I can choose to make this question mandatory or not. Okay. So the next question will be previous school attended. So again, I just go to add question. And then this one will be short answer. Okay. And then another question. Class completed. Okay, this one I can choose to keep it on under multiple choices and then add my options here, or I can change it to a drop down menu. I prefer to use a drop down menu this time, so I'll use this one. And then there'll be my options will be class 1. I can copy this for later. Class 1, and then second option class 2, third option class 3, fourth option class 4, fifth option class 5, and then a sixth option for class 6. Okay, so this will be my drop down menu and its options. Okay, perfect. All right, so if I go again back to preview here, you will see that next you will see this is my options. Okay, all right, now I can close this, and then what's next? So now I'm pretty much done with the first section. I'm going to go ahead and start with the second section, which will be the parents information. So to add a section, again I go here, okay, and then I just click on add a section, and that will be a new section. And then I can also give my session a name. In this case, I will just call it parents information, and then I can also include a description right below, which will say, please provide the following information about the student's parents or guardian. All right, so now that I've made a section, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the questions under the section. So the first question I'm going to put will be question. So the first question again will be a test question, and will be father's name. All right, and then I can add another question. I can just duplicate this one. Okay, if I duplicate it, it will be this exactly the same, and then I can just change the name. Okay, so I can profession. Okay, all right, and then I will do the same thing for the mother. I can either come here and go to add question, or just duplicate this question. Okay, and then same thing, mother's name. And duplicate, and mother's profession. So we pretty much finish this session with parents information. Then I can add another section here, and then I can call this section emergency contact information. So again, and then I can also put the description. Okay, please provide the following information about the person to call in case of emergency. Okay, and I can just go ahead and add the questions there too. So this one will be the name, again short answer, and then I can duplicate the question. Then I can put the residency, like where does the person stay. Okay, and then I can change this into a short answer so that I can fill it in. And then I can make another question, and then that could be the telephone number. So again, will be a short answer. And then this one is important because the point is to be able to call a person if there is something that's happening. So I would just make this question a required question. So if you don't answer this question, then you can go on to the next one. So I'm just making it required. Okay. And then I'll add the last question here, which will be the email address. Okay, all right, and this one also will be a short answer. Then maybe it would be nice to know how is the person related to the student. So I have that one also here. How are you related to the student? And that one will also be a short answer. So it could be the mother, the father, the uncle, whoever it is. You can just fill it in here. And then the last question I will do, I'll just go to add question, and then this time I'll make it a long paragraph. Okay, so long answer. So in which case I'm going to just call it comment. So is there anything you want us to know about your child? Does he have like any allergy we need to be aware of, any health issue? So this will be the place to put that. So I'm pretty much done with my form here. So it's just so simple. I could have done this in like 5 minutes, but so if I go preview, you see this is our form taking shape. So it's called here St. Mary Private School enrollment form. Let me see if I can. Okay, that's good. So if I go next, you see student information, all the question. And then next again, parent information, and then next will be emergency contact information. Okay, all right. So what am I going to do now? Now that I've finished designing the form, I'm going to show you how you can share the form and have other people fill it out, and then you can collect the answers. Okay, but before I do that, again, as this session is the session for question, that's what I use to set up my question. And then this section is where all the answers that people will fill in when they come, that's where they'll be placed and be in a nice report form. Okay, and then this button here is where I can customize my my form. Again, I can turn it into a quiz by adding point values, and then I can decide how my answers to be collected. Okay, so I'm not going to waste time with this, but feel free to come back and try yourself and then see how you can personalize your form to fit your need. Okay, so if I go again to customize theme here, I can pick the color I want. I can change the background color. So there are several. As I click, you see that it's changing, right? Okay, and then I can also change the theme color going here, and if I don't like any of those colors here, I can make my own. For instance, I'm going to use my orange color. Okay, so I just add it. All right, so this is just setting options that you can come and try and see what works best for you. But I'm pretty much done with my form, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how you can make a link and share it. Okay, so to do that is simple. I just go to the send button here, and then from here there are three main ways I can send my form. I can send it via email, or generate a link, or embed it within a website. Okay, so in this video we're going to start with generate a link, and then I'll copy this link, which I will open in a different web browser, and then I can show you how you can fill it out from there. So to do that, it's simple. That's the link here, and as you can see, the link is fairly long, so I can just go to shorten URL and then make it smaller. Then I can just copy like this, and I'm going to open a different web browser. This time I'll use Brave. Then I'm going to paste it here, and then you can see my forms in a different web browser. Okay, so this is my form being opened in different web browser. Okay, this web browser for mine is in French, but it doesn't matter because the questions will be in English. So I can just go to next or suivant. Okay, and here I can just go ahead and fill out my registration form. So the first question here is the name of the student. So I just say Max, and then Max's last name is Arthur. And Max is a male, and then I can choose the date of birth. So let's say he's born in 2017 in June, so June 13, 2017, and he has previously attended Oxford Primary. Okay. And he's completed class 1 there, and he's coming to start class 2 in our school. Okay, so if I go next, now the father's name is Arthur. He's a doctor, and the mother's name is Jane, and she's a nurse. Okay. Next. Okay, emergency contact person, so it will be Jane, and then Jane lives in Accra, and then her phone number is 024-88888888. Okay, it's an example. Okay. And then her email address is jane@yahoo.com. Okay, and then her relationship with the student, his mother. Okay, comment. I'll just say thank you. Okay, now I can go ahead and send my form. So if I send the form now, there will be the answer will be collected, and I can see it within my Google Form account. So that's it, my answer has been submitted. Okay, now let me go back to my form here. And you see that now that shows here that there is one answer or one response. So let me click on it so that you can see how the report looks like. Okay, so you see here it shows that one person has answered, and the first name is Max, their last name is Arthur, and the sex is male. So as I continue, you will see that this pie will change. Okay, right now it shows that only one, so 100% male, but it will change as I go. Okay, so, and date of birth and the class I'm registering to. Okay. Okay, all right, perfect. So father's name. So this is just an example I'm doing just to let you know that it's possible to create a form using Google Form online. Okay, all right. So if I go back again to my question, you see this the question section, and of course this is the answer section. So I can now export this answer into Google Sheet, which is the equivalent of Microsoft Excel. So let me just export it here into Sheet, and you will see. So I can create a new one, call it forms, and then go create. Okay, so you see, so this is exactly like Excel. Okay, and it's a Google Sheet and it's online. You can use it free of charge. You can also download it and then open it with your Microsoft Excel in your account. So if you are a school headmaster, any kind of administrator, you need to be able to collect data from your employees or your student. This is a perfect solution to do that. Okay, you can use Google Form to create a form, generate a link, send it via Facebook, WhatsApp, or any other social media network, and then have people fill it out, and then you can collect the answers and then open them in your web browser within Google Sheet, or download them and open them in Excel if you prefer that. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly show you how you can also email the form and then open it from a phone and also fill it out there. So I'll just go to again send, and this time instead of generating the link and copying it, I'm just going to add an email address here. So I'm just going to add this email address, and then I'm going to email the form to the person. Okay, if I wish. All right, and then I can just send. So copy has been sent to the person I selected, which happened to be my phone here. So if I take my phone and open Gmail, I should see a form. Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay, enrollment form. So if I can open it, and I should be able to see the form that I've created right here. So I can choose to fill out this form. Okay. So that's the same form you saw there. If I can just go next here, and then again, this is going to be an example. This may be first name Mabel, last name Smith. And she's a female, and her date of birth. And she come from Ola Primary School, and then she has completed class 2. Okay, next. Okay, father's name Smith, Mr. Smith. And he's a teacher. Mother's name is Mary, and she's also a teacher. Okay. Then next. Okay. Now emergency contact information. I just put Mary, and she lives in Accra. Her phone number 024999999 is an example, and then her email address is mary@msn.com. Okay, and she's the mother. Thanks for a comment. Okay, so now I'm going to submit it. So that's it. I just fill out the form, and as you can see here, they say my response has been submitted. So if I drop my phone in like this, and you also notice that here it's now 2 responses instead of 1, and then you can see here that the first name of the 2 people, there is Max and Mabel, and last name Smith and Arthur. And then as you see, the pie here has changed now to indicate that there are 2 people, and 1 is female and 1 is male, and birth date, school of province, the school they come from. Okay, so all this information is here. You can use this for a report. Okay, it's very comprehensive. If your school principle. You don't need a big register, big document in the office. You can have a system like that, and when student parents come, you can just give them a form. They can fill it out from their phone, and you can collect the information. It's just that easy. Okay. All right. So as you see here, again, if I go to sheet, you see that, okay, now there are 2 people and the classes and everything here. So again, why am I doing this? It's just to let you know that it's possible. Okay, you can use Google Form to create an enrollment form. Okay, I could have made this video for 5 minutes, but I just took my time to like be as slow and simple as possible so that you can understand all the ins and out. But this will only make sense to you if you go online and you try it for yourself. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If I can go back here. Okay, so if you want, this is just a form, but if you want, you can also print it. Okay, I don't see the need, but let's say you prefer to have it in paper form, you can also print this, and to do that is simple. You just go to the 3 buttons here, and then you go to print, and then the print dialog box will open like this. And then, well, I'm not going to print it, but I can maybe put it in PDF so that you can see how it will look like if it was printed. Okay, all right. So that's it. Okay, you can do it. I mean, I don't really have to print it, but as you see, it's a registration form. You can print it like that, and you can have people fill it out. This is much faster than using Word to create one. But if you did it online, then again, there's really no need to try to have it printed. Okay. So that's it. We are pretty much at the end of this video, and I hope the way I was able to take you to Google Form and show you how you can create an enrollment form online, you've liked that. If that's the case, please share this video with your colleagues, and if you are new on our channel, please don't forget subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my upcoming video. Once again, I say thank you and see you next time. Until then, stay happy.